What's up, everybody? It's Athrabiristan, your main man Stan, back with, I believe, episode 26 of Agrarian Skies. We're moving right along. I have had a lot of people moving around my house, making a lot of racket, and I can't not play this. I gotta tell you, I'm addicted to it. This is my current Minecraft build of choice. So I've been poking around, doing some cosmetic things. I did a lot of crafting, just making stacks of stuff. So I finished this guy. Let's go over here where we can get a better look. Like the little flash sneak preview. Here we go. I need to take the ladders down, but unfortunately, when I was up there building it, a creeper came along and the furnace, that one there that smelts the gold, sprung a leak. I have not been able to fix it. So the best I can do right now is just to contain it, and we'll deal with it. Or we might just leave it. Who knows? And then did a little pertification. Added some more dirts for the yard and straightened this up a little bit. Just moved this stuff back to the wall. Didn't change anything at all. Just changed the orientation. Made it a little cleaner. Saved a couple pieces of pipe. Got that thing a little more out of the way. He is stuffed with what? Why? It says he's stuffed with clay. That would be because I stole the garbage can and the clay barrel is full. So the solution that I have come up with, and the garbage can's great, but basically this is what I crafted. This took about 20 or 25 stacks of wood plus a bunch of iron and redstone for the pistons for these upgrades. I got the void upgrades and some structural upgrades. Nicely enough, this guy takes 2 and the level 1 upgrade only gives you 1, so you gotta go level 2 and then you got way too many. But we can add storage upgrades should we choose for items that we need lots of. Oh, so we need, yeah, and yeah. We're all good. 1 and 2 and void, and that is no longer stuffed. Anything else almost full? These guys should be okay because these things don't come from there. They just won't enter the system. Whatever it is at the time that's producing these things, it'll just stop doing it. And I did mess with the pipes just a little bit here. So now the flow is out of the igneous extruder and down into these guys, and then out here, and then up into these guys, and then out here, and then down into these guys, and then onward. And then there's a secondary, there's a bypass, so that items over here, these guys and these guys, I think, I guess I need another vacuum. Yeah. So that this is the preference before, and what that does is, oh, yeah, that's still good. It helps to deal with the secondary outputs of these things. Instead of trying to get crammed into the next machine, they have some place to go. In fact, they prefer to go there. That way it doesn't interrupt this flow. Like, I didn't separate these conduits. They're freely open, but the nature of the conduits allows all of this to flow. It's pretty streamlined. I would strip all this off and show you guys, but it takes a better pickaxe than I have to break a cobblestone cover. That's not going anywhere. Fortunately, I like the way it looks. I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but this is pretty much done. I'll probably add some little pertified little random objects, a workbench and a tool rack and a, you know, whatever, just to make it kind of finished off. But the smeltery is coming along. That thing is sweet. It completely keeps up. All my fears about it not being able to keep up, I even had a backlog that whole iron chest and this whole guy were full because I ran out of diamond hammers and just couldn't be bothered to make more. And so I turned it back on, and all of that went through here, and the smeltery was like, what? Didn't even notice. So if you're wondering, a one tall smeltery will do the job for a single metal. Now, I don't think it would keep up with the whole flow of that operation, but got some eggplant planted over here for a little color, a little cauliflower. I was doing a little breeding. I found this stuff. I was poking around. I found this stuff. Raw pork chops. I don't know what that is, but I ran out of apple juice and I got real hungry, and I was like, maybe I can eat it. And it was so good. It was so good, my friends. Oh, so I've been doing a little bit of breeding. You know, just a little bit of wheat, a little bit of pork chop, a little bit of wheat, a little bit of beef. This juice, it is a thing of the past, gentlemen. It is, oh, well, oh, just for old time's sake. Yeah, we are, see, he knows. He's like, put it over here. We're going to build us a farm, and we're going to have us some animals. And I think what I want to do in the long run is make like a great big farm, kind of like this size, you know, and then subdivide it. And then you can like plunk down some different machines, and it'll still kind of look like one great big flock of animals. So that's the goal there. There was something else. Oh yes, have we a book? There are some quests that we need to talk about, that we need to, like, I haven't really been worrying about the quests over much, because that build has been taking up a lot of my time. But if I can turn my brain on, we have this to do. Super basic. Just didn't have milk for the longest time. But now we have milk, so we need some cheese and some butter and some heavy cream. So we start, I believe, with the heavy cream, because you need that to make the butter. So that is just a milk bucket and a mixing bowl. Alright. The juicer, hey, guess what? You're going away. And I already had some milk over here. So we got some heavy cream. And then we need butter, which is salt, and a saucepan, and our heavy cream. Saucepan? Really? That was not part of the quest, apparently. A stick and some iron. I have iron, hey! But I do not have a stick. Not even a piece of wood? Wow, okay. Considering I made multiple trips with full inventories of wood to build those, because barrels, I mean, it's to make a stack of barrels, it's 7 stacks of wood, which isn't a big deal. I mean, we got tons of wood. Okay, that's very specific. Saucepan and salt. We're getting salt from the sludge boiler, like tons of it. Never gonna want for salt. And what was our other thing? Cheese. Indeed. Which is milk and salt in a pot. See, like, super easy quests. Oh, ha ha. Ha ha ha. Genius. Genius, I tell ya. Super easy quests. Just couldn't have been bothered. Ooh, that. Okay. And then we get to do this, which the glacial precipitator. Probably want to build one of those anyway. Alright. That's easy. Let's just go do it. I have most of the parts. This is something else that I crafted. I was trying to take care of menial stuff that... Oh, glitchy chess. Menial stuff that nobody wants to watch. You know, just running back and forth with stacks of wood and stacks of redstone and stacks of iron and crafting pistons and barrels and... Not really interesting, but necessary. Had to get done. So... That guy? No, didn't even need those servos. Copper. Snow. Or... water buckets. Look at that. Do you believe I moved this over? I was without a water source for a short time, but it rained and there were barrels of water, so all was good. So those guys... See, like I made a whole bunch of those guys, and I need to make more of those. In fact, I was planning to and just didn't get to it. Made a stack of hoppers. You know, just like, what was the top of that guy? A piston. Plenty of those laying around. But like all of those barrel upgrades, they take 2 pistons each, and then like something in the middle. So, a little bit pricey. Claim reward, we get a bag for that one. And you know what? I'm feeling hungry today. I think I'm going to go ahead and eat both of those hearts. Is that cool? Diurnal. Warm and damp. But it will tolerate normal. I have no idea about these guys. Okay. Whatevers. And I really wanted to do that more than anything, just to see what we can open up and kind of like start planning a long-term goal. Like, what's this? Salad dressing. Just vinegar. Okay. I wonder how you make vinegar. A soybean and a presser. That must be to make tofu. Fish food. Alright. See, then, like, here it opens up. So I think you have to make one, and then you have to, like, oh, but that's like a deluxe. I don't know. Like 1 lettuce and then like 1,000 lettuce, or 1,000,000, or 1 plate of spaghetti and then 10,000 plates of spaghetti. Something like that. So that kind of gives us an idea. I'll have to just do these individually. Soybeans, that'll be a task. I'll have to bone meal a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I didn't mean to exit the whole thing. 2 quests with unclaimed rewards, really? Oh, well, whatever. And where's the other one? Oh, here? Oh, they're already complete. Oh, yeah. Ha. Wow, I didn't... Okay. Quarter heart. Dang it, I keep doing that. And some lettuce. We did that one without... Fish lettuce wrap. Oh. We get all these food rewards for the food quests. Okay. And that one, I think, is just smelted bread, which we could do very quickly. Oh yeah, I moved this because it was ugly. It's still ugly, but it's out of the way ugly. What do we need? 3 of those guys? You know what? Let's take 24, because that'll make us a stack, or that'll make us 8 bread. Caps lock. Oh! Everybody remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan from the days of the WWF wrestling? Came into the ring with a 2x4. Kind of a retarded look on his face. Now, if I put that in a furnace right away, I'm setting myself up. So I'm not going to do that. I might. Oh, but we don't. Yeah. What am I saying? Don't listen to me. Manual detect. Thank you. For some reason it didn't notice. Another quarter heart. That's not exciting. I am the worst. Not exciting, but... I wonder what we have to get to unlock all of this stuff. Because they're not unlocking with just those. It's like they're preparing us. We need to know how it's made so that when we are asked to make 1,000,000 of them, we are ready. Vinegar. I'm not going to worry about that. We're not going to boring chase 1,000 food quests around. But, you know, I'm working on the high oven. I got a stack of the bricks done, which is not near enough. I think we need like 2, pretty much. Should get us a small one going, which is all we need. I just really want to get a little steel production. And really need to start on this, which really involves making a carpenter and a centrifuge, which we now have the power for. I wasn't real concerned. Speaking of which, oh, here's another thing. I could not resist this. Elevators. 1 ender pearl surrounded by wool. Sneak to go down. And spacebar to go up. You probably knew that, and I didn't. I was like, huh? So I got some barrel upgrades going here. I think this guy's got a void in it, maybe. Yeah. And I didn't like automate, compress those, and they're still important to us because I think what I'm going to do is dedicate a furnace down here to taking the overflow of this and making bricks and glass. And I think 1 furnace can handle both of those because these 2 items both come from the same source, so it's not like it's going to get flooded. And I don't know about the soul sand. We got 2 sources of that now, and I'm not even sure which one is faster. Actually, the other one is faster. I'm sure of that. There's quite a bit up there. But I figure, whatever, why not? This stuff is not automatically, well, anyway, yeah. It's whatever. I wanted to show you this, though. Like this guy. See, now he's got enough power. I'm torn. Like, I need to get these other machines up and running, but I also need a blaze spawner over here because we need us some blaze rods, and it's another fuel source, so I think I'll set up the blaze generators here. That's what this little stub was for. But then I realized that I wasn't ready to do it because I didn't have the power, so I went off and did other stuff. Now we have the power, and there's probably enough here. I don't know. It's crazy. 673 at 7 hours and 55 minutes of fuel, but it tops out, what did I say, 1960? I mean, that is... It's slow, for one thing. It's kind of fun. I thought I was going to put a bunch of these on here, but I just don't think it's feasible. Like, I don't know that you can have 2 of these on 1 fuel stream. You'd have to be epic. I don't even think this farm is enough. I would need, like, another row of those, probably. And then a fertilizer. But that's running. I wonder how this toast is. Oh, 2? That's good. That's good stuff. Goodbye. We have food. Juice. Ha. This thing, I must have taken 30 stacks out of here, and every time I came back down, I mean, it was minutes, just up there, crafting, it was almost right back up. Like, I took 14 stacks out of here, came up, and it was at 62. It's fast. And that is, I mean, it's fast. Hello. Hello. What? Is there a mob on top of it? What? Oh. What the heck? Oh, I bet there's a drop on top of it, like a sapling or a... Yep. Well... Oh. Stupid sludge boiler. Wasn't even paying attention. Nope. Oh, must have been a leaf block. Mental note. I will have to move that, because that is an inconvenience I don't care for. Maybe I'll put it in the fountain. That would be good times. Oh, but it probably won't teleport you up to water either. I wonder if you put it under a micro block, if it would work. One way to find... Do I have a... I sure do. Yes. Oh, but it doesn't go back up. Still. Even still. That's pretty cool. Oh. Whew. Almost did it again. Okay, sorry about that. Little family interruption. As I was saying, I don't know what I... Whoa! Wow! That was four haunches. That was crazy. Alright, before we get any farther, I don't like the fact that there are always saplings lying about. I'm gonna have to, like, move the fence. Oh, that was brilliant. I'm gonna have to move the fence out. And yeah, because ending up with an inventory full of saplings every time I walk through here is getting pretty old. I need more space. Not really a big issue. Just a... Yeah, let's take that off. And I'm getting better about not picking them up, but it's compulsive, you know? It's like, oh, loose objects, especially after being admin on a server. Like, loose items on the floor are bad. Even just, no, I mean, a few, you know, here and there. But when there's 40 or 50 people on and they've got a bunch of stuff laying around on the floor, then it makes lag. I had a griefer come into someone's base and break like 60 barrels full of stuff, crash the server. So many, I wonder what those give us. So many entities just destroyed it. And I think this belongs in the earthworks properly. I mean, it's kind of weird, but, and it might be, oh, I can't really put it in though, until I get something that breaks obsidian. I would probably have to put it here and move the igneous extruder over. Oh, but I think it takes water, so I would probably want to put it there. Or, I don't know. Maybe there isn't room here. Or maybe it'll just have to be its own thing. We'll put that in the project chest here. Oh, I'm going to probably wander around with that for an entire episode if I take it. Clay, really? I don't know what I was using that for. See, here's another thing, like, while we're here, yeah, see, 16 stacks. This is another one that comes from this side of things, and this hopper has no smarts. Like, this setup will just extract. If it doesn't have a place to go, it'll get jammed up, and then all the stuff that's supposed to end up in here won't. Although most of this is, I mean, well, I don't know, I guess that's good enough stuff. I think we're going to need that, but I mean, a lot of this stuff, the eggs are from him, Armando, the chicken. But I figure, whatever, stay there, dude, and just give me a little trickle of eggs every once in a while. That's fine. That's fine. I can deal with that. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, just a real quick little fix over here while I'm in the neighborhood. I just wanna herdify a little bit. Oh, I was like, where'd my water go? Forgot I was holding a stack of buckets. Is that? Okay, we're fine. We'll just do this. Yeah. You stay put, Armando, or I'll have to build you a cage. Maybe I'll do that anyway. Chicken in a cage. That is interesting. Stuffed items, gravel. Yeah, see, this is all okay. That's not like blocking the flow of items. Surprised this one's not stuffed. Oh yeah. Stuffed with dust. See, here's the thing. I was noticing, like, see, these are full stacks, and that is not full. And I think it's because this dust has nowhere to go. And I had the garbage can there, and I took it out because it was causing these to just run continuously and crank out materials and just send them to the trash. Which, you know, it's not the end of the world. But I did notice a lot of those. Oh, yeah. You gotta see this, guys. This is another little pertification project that and this is why I haven't taken this ladder down yet, because I'm still kind of working up here. I'm gonna build a tower of crucibles. I broke down and did the math. I was resisting it before, but the crucibles make 0.2 millibuckets of lava per tick. So multiply that by 20, and you've got 4 millibuckets per tick. And you need 1,000 millibuckets, so it takes 200, or being per second, 4 millibuckets per second. It takes 1,000 millibuckets to fill the, what is it, the igneous extruder. So it should take 250 seconds if you had one crucible. But it takes 6 seconds for the magma crucible. See, this is what I built. And I was noticing that a lot of these were not full. We're like not, we're empty. We're like empty of lava completely. And so that's why I rearranged that over there a little bit, because we were draining the stocks. So it takes 6 seconds for the magma crucible to make one piece of obsidian. So we have to generate 1,000 millibuckets of lava in 6 seconds. Which 1,000 by 6 is... now I'm forgetting all my math. 1,000 by 6 is... Well, anyway, we need... The answer is about 50. we need about 50 magma crucibles. So I'm thinking like 2 stacks of 25, like a 2-level tower. And we could do it all on 1 level, but I'm thinking it'd be cool and kind of an interesting counterbalance to this thing. I put this here so that like you could stand up. I'm imagining like a little observation post, you know, and you could like look down and it's kind of like a real life meter gauge. You can just see how many of them are full. And of course you have to discount these 5 back here, because as you can see they're dedicated to the tower and they are doing the job just fine. And probably don't need 5, but because these things don't really take that much fuel. But like those are lagging a little bit, so it's, I mean, it's, you know, it's using it. I think we're doing just fine. 5 is probably good, but that's 10 smelteries. 9 of them running automatically, intermittently, and 1 of them not really doing much. And I think what I'm going to do with my personal smeltery is build it down farther underneath, so it'll be big, even though it's kind of tiny up here. It'll just like not have a bottom. You just go down like another 4 or 5 levels into the basement, and like set up some little area for automation down there, so I can just come up and throw like stacks of something in here, and it'll just get poured down there, and then probably have a lever that allows me to turn that portion of it off. That's the plan. We need to build a farm, and I think we have plenty of dirt to do it. This guy, I believe, was, geez, I don't even remember, 20 something. It's big. But I think we'll just mirror this. Let's go get us some dirts. I probably don't have any. Oh, more inventory space than I was expecting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. Good enough. Love that. I love that. That is the coolest thing ever. So cool. Ooh, we need more platform over here, because we're going to have to... You know, I guess it's fine if the saplings fall in with the moo cows and the sheeples. That's decent. That's no harm. Oh, here we go. Let's do that. What a wreck. It's a disgrace. It was empty, like right before I started the episode. I think I just picked up a bunch of stuff as soon as I started filming. So we'll just do this. And we'll fill in some more of this, and we can go back to using wood now because we've got unlimited wood again, still kinda at last. So I'm gonna build this out, and I'll be back in a moment. Unless you guys want to, you go. Okay, I hear you. You guys want to watch that? That's cool. That's no problem. I'll just do this on camera then. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I mean, that's like, who wants to watch that? And I don't have anything to say while I'm doing it, you know. I mean, really, if I had like an interesting story to relate, or some interesting plot to take over the world, maybe, that I wanted to talk about on YouTube, you know, then I might be able to make that interesting, but pretty much it's just not. So I'm gonna get that done, and I'll see you in a few. So there it is, and that is, it's done. We're done. We're finished. Well, I mean, we could move animals into it, but here's the thing. breeder. It's this stuff. Purple dye. This we can do, that we can do. You know, no big deal. Some gold. This stuff, don't have it, can't get it. Done until we have it. No more of this. So the next order of business, in order to get some purple dye, which we will most likely get from bees, because I've been over here bone mealing away, and you get all kinds of cool stuff pop up. Wild rhubarb, wild cranberries. I don't think I have that one yet. All this good stuff. Olive sapling, wild sunflower. Oh my, what have I done? Anyway, you get all this great stuff. Wild kiwi. But, you know, flowers. If we just could get a rose, oranges, pears. We have pears. What do we got over here? Wild white mushrooms. No roses. The other thing we could do is build an iron golem spawner. That would get us roses. Of course, in order to do that, we would need villagers, which is blood magic. So that's another potential route. We need to do some blood magic. I think we should just build that all into the tower that is the mob spawner. We'll build the village around the outside of that box. And I believe that there's a block in open blocks called a village highlighter that if you put that down, it shows you the size of the village and all the dimensions of it. So that will be really handy in plotting out, because I made one of these before and it ended up all lopsided and all the villagers congregated in one corner and thought that that was the village and ignored all of this, and it only spawned like a golem once in a while. I've had other ones that worked good, but I've never used that little block before. I'd be curious to see how that works. Everything's sprouting as soon as I figure out what I'm planting in these next rows. Some of it is aesthetic, and actually this cauliflower, it just takes like a couple of cauliflower and some tools. You don't need, was it maybe some dressing? It was like a one ingredient meal. Oh yeah, wouldn't you know it? Yeah, 2 cauliflower will get you 2 cauliflower, in case you were wondering. Yeah, there you go. So, no, this one, yeah. So just like a bunch of tools and some salad dressing, and you gotta mix salad. And I don't know what it takes to make that. Spice leaf and mayo, or cooking oil, vinegar, and salt. Ranch, or oil and vinegar, huh? I think I have spice leaf, and how do we get mayo? Eggs in a juicer, or tofu. Those are both very doable. Not immediately, but that's a meal we could eat soon. For now, fortunate for that cow over there, I only needed 2 leather, and his buddy gave me 2 leather. But I've been collecting a little bit of meat in my travels. This is getting wild enough out here. I added enough dirt that we're starting to get some wild game. I've been out hunting. So I think what we really need to do is build ourselves, before we go downstairs. We need to grab one. I think I have most of what we need. I made what we can make. Yeah, we need this guy. And come to think of it, oh no, we need to have a discussion. What do we build this thing out of? I would say obsidian just because it's cool. I mean, blaze spawner is obsidian, but I don't have anything that can break obsidian, and I don't want to mess it up. To be honest, I don't want to have a bunch of weird obsidian all over the place, so maybe just some smooth stone. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll just cook up 4 stacks of smooth stone. That should be plenty. Probably more than we need. Oh, need coal. Convenient place to have your coal, don't you think? I'm still using vanilla Minecraft furnaces though. Pretty low tech. What's going on there? Oh, what is going on there, Stan? What's your malfunction, soldier? Alright, I'm gonna let those cook. I'll be right back. Alright, we're game on. I think I figured this out. Even without the purple dye, I think we can get a system working. We'll just cheat a little bit. I wonder... So, what we're gonna do... We're gonna make us some pens, and they're gonna be... Oh, those trees. I'll tell you what. I think the solution to that actually is I'm just going to change the upgrade in the planter and just downsize it like 3 blocks. Well, maybe I don't want to do that either. Oh yeah, I think I do. Look, because the harvester is still not keeping up. Maybe I just need to do a harvester that shears leaves. I don't know. I don't know. Something's got to be done. This thing is out of control. Anyway, what we're gonna do, we're gonna make us some pens. Okay, I think I'm just gonna change this out. Fence, no good. We'll be keeping livestock in here. They're gonna break that fence. They're gonna break that fence in no time flat. So let's do this. It's gonna look a little nicer. I think that's probably good. And then get out of my way. We're gonna use those fences and come off of here. Now I don't know. I might have to tweak things with some micro blocks or whatever, and I don't know in which version of Minecraft which animals are how tall. And by that I mean at one point baby animals could walk beneath fences and adult animals couldn't. And I don't know if that is any longer the case, so we're gonna have to experiment with that a little bit. I gotta go around the other. Oh, these. So what we're going to do is we're going to use an autonomous activator in lieu of a breeder. So we're going to have autonomous activator and then 1-2 blocks, just enough room for a cow to stand. And then we'll put a fence there, like so. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, one for the autonomous activator. Yeah, I was gonna say we could have it underneath the fence, but that I think the cow. No, anyway. One for the where were we? Distraction. So yeah, right there. Oh, and I'm out of fences. Perfect. So that'll do for prototyping purposes. We need a golden lasso and some wheat. And we gonna rope us some little doggies. I believe I've got such thing as a lasso right here. And this little guy right over here, see, this is the guy that got away from me earlier. I needed some leather. I needed 2 leather to make the grinder. Because it needs 2 books, oddly enough. For some reason you need books to grind mobs. I don't know why that would be the case, but Oh, hello, little spider friend. Oh, cute. And we'll go get him a friend to play with. Now, unfortunately, it's going to take 20 minutes between breedings in this early stage with just the one pair. That means that if things don't go well, this could take a long time. Of course, I could change cows. We'll see how it goes. See, so the cows can stand in there and not get out. Oh, and then we didn't grab any wheat. That is brilliant. Saplings, they're everywhere. Could just... I keep dumping them in here. Oh, I made bread for toast. That's okay. Oh, I've got more we can harvest. Ooh, whoa. See, these trees are a menace, I tell you. Well, we'll be done working in this area soon. This will all be a thing of the past. So let's get... Did you get it? No. Cow. Wheat. Cow. Wheat. Make a baby. The other possibility is that the baby might... Are you not making a baby? I gave you wheat. What's going on, cows? Oh, weird. What? Now I got my wheat back? It's like some kind of weird lag experience. There it is. Yeah! So that's what we want to happen. That's perfect. So the baby cow gets swept under. So we need a precision sledgehammer because I don't want to dink. Oh, yeah. That'd be the easiest thing, rather than try to monkey around with trying to get in there and orient everything the right direction. I learned my lesson up there with all the conveyor belts that are going on up there. No. Yes. Takes the place of the wrench for this mod, essentially. It's used to rotate machines and brake machines and view the radius of effective machines, and also to rotate conveyor belts. So if we there's a cow in the way. Get out of the way, little cow. If we do that, so that will eject all the babies. Yep. Oh, well, I guess we need another row in order for that to properly work. We don't have a chronotyper because that takes purple dye. But here's what we got. Cow, get in, get. Or we could just rely on the babies to take a walk. But I don't know that I'm that patient. So that is the business model. And then at the end of the haul, we'll just do breeding pair, breeding pair, breeding pair, breeding pair, and then at the end of the haul here we'll put a grinder, and that'll chew them up and give us meat and the essence. We actually need to do this before we can do the blaze spawner, because the blaze spawner requires essence, and that is going to put a serious limitation on the amount of blaze rods that we get from that, and that might rule it out as a power source. But I'm going to build it anyway because we need blaze rods. So there it is. I'm gonna dink around with this just a little bit. I wanted to show you the concept, and probably we'll just do this as and I'm wearing my plastic boots, and that is just boots made out of the plastic strips or whatever they are. Can't remember off the top of my head. The ones you get, let's see, these guys, plastic sheets, just boots, standard boot pattern, plastic sheets, and they allow you to walk on these guys without getting moved all around. See, like you can see, I immediately, and they are hard, they're really hard. Like I'm hard to move against, and then if you try to steer it all, it's just a mess. So these boots are pretty cool. If you're gonna work with the conveyor belts, just make them. Save yourself some troubles. So that's the basic concept. I'm gonna make it work, and I'll show you what I get around to. So, on having built all that, there's a jungle biome over there. We've got wild ocelot roaming the island now. So I had to quick up and grab my lasso and save Mr. Chicken over here. I made him a little coop. He's safe and sound. I was trying to put a hollow bottom on there, one of these hollow covers, but he falls through it. I was hoping his eggs would fall out of it, but if we don't get any eggs from him, he's fine. He can just be our pet chicken. He's happy in there. And that is hollow whinge wood. That's the whinge wood from, we got like 16 of a whole bunch of different kinds of wood from a quest reward. So I used that. I wanted to use some spruce, but I didn't have any, and I didn't want to grow a tree and chop it down and go through all that mess just for a chicken coop. So I used what I had, and I like it, actually. It looks pretty good. I need to start using more of that stuff. Now that I'm to the decorating stage, I'll start incorporating some of those things in a little bit more. Do a little wood trim around some things or whatever. And definitely some more of that clay. Oh, yeah. Show me what you're working on. Here's what I got. I'm mostly out of materials. Cow growed up. That means these guys should be pretty close to reproducing again, which would be the test of the new Model 2. But I'm going to cut it off here and start another episode right after I grind up some rubber and a couple of other things. I need more of these conveyor belts and some more fences, and I think what I'm going to do is see what happens if I just put some rubber trees in the filter of this guy, and of the planter rather, and maybe we'll get some rubber. In fact, maybe if I can figure out which side is which, I could plant the rubber trees up on this side of things, because they're not quite as crazy as the oak trees are. So anyway, until next time, this is After Beer Stand signing off.